Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. My man Dan said, you ever heard of a T-4000? T-4000? I know T2, maybe heard of a T3, but not a 4. Stay tuned. Is this on?
Harry, what are we doing here?
Oh, hey, bud. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So I'm just setting up my SwingVision over here so that during our hitting session, we can, see how bad I'm doing today.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
But you won't be doing bad, Harry.
No.
You'll be moving your feet watching the ball.
This is why I love you, buddy. All right, so I got my man Dan here, and we got T-4000 today. I may have seen this once, and it's right now. Talk to me about the 4000. It looks like a T-2000 to me.
Yeah, so, back when I was a junior, there was one top player that played with a T-2000, and I remember hitting with one of these back in the day, the 2000, and it was very, very difficult to just pick up and play with. You really have to be good at hitting it in the sweet spot. But it's very rewarding when you get it in that sweet spot. You can really drive the ball. Later, after that, they came out with the 3000 and the 4000, and I didn't really know much about it. And so at some point I got interested because what they do, if you see this butt handle here, and I looked it up, and what this is actually a hollow dome, and underneath this dome is a piece of a plastic rod that sticks out, and then on top of it is a tungsten weight, and they use that to dampen vibration, and then they covered it so it wouldn't break. And so in the advertising they said that would create a feel from the metal racket that would make it feel like a wood racket, which I found hard to believe. The problem with it is the plastic would get old over time, and the weight would just be flopping around in here. So I got curious. I ordered one. It arrived, and sure enough, you shake it, you can hear the weight flopping around. So I was able to take the dome off without damaging anything, and I rebuilt the plastic rod with a piece of carbon fiber rod. And I happened to have a piece of tungsten steel laying around, and I was able to slice a piece of that off very, very hard and very heavy, dense steel. So I drilled a hole in it, put it on the carbon rod, put the butt cap back on, and sure enough, put it back together.
So you're telling me this racket came with that, just like that? Just like that.
This is just exactly how it came, and the inside is basically almost an exact recreation of how they built it in the first place. And what I found out is that I can't tell that there's any real vibration dampening, but I really like the shape of that round bottom handle piece because I can hold it lower on the racket, and when you want to kind of move the racket, like for a big topspin shot, you can really hold it down here, and it's a great feeling. I really enjoy this feeling. So I actually put a round piece like this on a couple modern rackets.
Yeah. Actually, I thought when you talked about this, I thought you created this.
That's how it came.
You built it.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll show you.
Wow.
I'll show you the one I built.
Round butt. You said you built one too.
So
it's like a golf ball.
So I wanted to see what would happen if I recreated this concept on a modern racket. So I took the carbon fiber rod, the tungsten weight. I took a practice golf ball, hollowed it out, glued it over the setup, and then I covered it with a piece of the carbon cloth, epoxy, and then so I've got the same identical really setup to see if I could tell if it did any vibration damping. I actually couldn't tell one way or the other whether it was damping vibration, but it's got this round piece at the bottom. You can almost hear it rattle a little bit. Hear this too if you hit it hard enough.
So here's the thing: when we were just hitting, I didn't feel vibration, which was weird.
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing is because of this.
It helps.
The lower I hit it, like into here, the even less I felt. The more I was like out here, it didn't vibrate, but it just felt a little differently. Like it didn't feel flushed when I hit it higher.
So you get it up here, you feel the vibration. Down here, you can have dramatically less
Oh,
vibration
for
in the
sure.
sweet spot right here,
For sure.
here to here.
For sure.
Yeah.
It played well. All I kind of really had to do was just throw the weight of this racket at it.
Exactly.
It was hard to actually take a full cut at it. And
Yeah, you just throw the racket at the ball.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, now I know why, like, a person like McEnroe could excel with this, especially with
Connors.
well, McEnroe too,
Yeah.
with something like this. I mean, Connor's just back and through. But if you just kind of, like when I'm talking about McEnroe, just kind of flicked and off the ground and just placed and strung it loose, this would definitely work, especially with the ball speed back then versus now. So
And Connors could just hit that sweet spot every time. I mean, he's just a brilliant control.
yeah, for sure. Did Connors ever play the 4000?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
But this is an interesting thing. I've never heard or seen of this, so it must be rare.
They're out there. I
There?
think there was even a 5000.
Huh.
Yeah, you can find those on eBay. You can get the whole set.
Interesting. What do they go for?
I don't remember. Not a lot.
10 to 20, 30 bucks probably.
Maybe. 30.
But did you string this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. By the way, don't try to string
You're
this.
brilliant if you did.
If it comes strong, just leave it.
You're brilliant.
I had to look up the instructions, and it's kind of you go
Around
up,
the world.
up and down,
Yeah.
and then you start going back and forth and come around and go back and forth. So I can't even, I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, no, it's a pain. Like,
Yeah.
there is no grommets. You have to know what you're doing. You need the guide map.
Yeah, you got to start on one side versus the other. It's
Yeah,
Very,
it is
very
not
difficult.
easy. This is
Yeah.
probably one of the worst and the hardest rackets to string, if not the worst and hardest racket to string.
I forgot about that. I repressed it.
So, my man Dan, thank you for sharing this with me, and the big round butt caps.
We like the round butt.
Yes, we do. I like big butt caps, and I cannot lie.
All right.
Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.